One of the things that you want to learn how to do, or that makes it really easy to do, is to do subscription billing. You guys all know how I like subscription billing. It takes away a huge part of the admin, of the back end side of things in your online teaching business. If you're teaching students in China, chances are your clients are going to be using WeChat Pay. So today I'm going to show you how you can set up subscription billing with WeChat Pay on Stripe. So first, you're going to have to make sure that you have WeChat Pay set up. I have another video for that on my channel. I'll link it in the comments below. I'm in a test mode right now, so that means none of this information is actually accurate, like the payouts, all of that. None of that is actually accurate. So I'm going to go over to subscriptions, and over here it says create a test subscription. Today I'm going to be creating a real or test subscription, but when you do this outside of test mode, this is going to say create a subscription, so you'll do all of the same things. So click on create a subscription. Now, the first thing that you need to do once you pull this up is you will have to find or add a customer. So if you do not have a customer already, you'll click on add customer. If your customer is somebody that you have already billed before, then you're going to choose your customer in the drop-down menu. The next thing you want to do is add their product. If the product is something that you've already done before, and it's on a subscription, then you can do that. But say this is your first subscription you've ever done, you'll go to add new product. Now, the name of the product is it's going to be what shows to your client, to your customer in their invoice. So I'm going to put in here, Joey's English lessons. And then here I'll probably put in something like 30-minute English lessons times 4, right? 1 per week for 4 weeks. Now I'm going to come down here, recurring and one-off. That's pretty self-explanatory. One-off is a one-time payment, but we're doing recurring, so you'll have recurring checked. Then you'll put in your amount. So say the amount is $200. You want them to pay monthly. Maybe your client is asking to pay every 2 weeks instead. If they're asking to pay every 2 weeks, you might want to put 100, instead of 200. And then you'll go down here, but you see they don't have every 2 weeks. So then what you're going to do is select custom, every 2, and then go to weeks. So you can make this bill however you'd like it to bill. Then you'll add the product. Now you can see the product is added. The next thing you want to do, I don't do this free trial days with Chinese customers because they're not going to be auto billed, they'll be auto invoiced. And I don't do that with a trial client in China because until you do the trial with them, you don't know how many classes they're going to want, or you might work out a different package or something. And not to mention, it's just going to automatically send them another invoice anyways, so we might as well just do it once when you already know they're going to be paying. So I don't do that. Then down here, automatically charge a payment method on file. This would be if there's a card on file for this customer. You want to change it to this, email invoice to the customer to pay manually. And then you'll see WeChat Pay is down here. These are the different pays that I have set up. So WeChat Pay is down there. They can pay WeChat Pay, they can pay Alipay, they can pay credit card, Cash App, bank transfer. Your Chinese customers are going to pay on WeChat Pay. What will happen is they will get an invoice, the same as a regular invoice. They'll get an invoice, they will click to show the QR code, and then they'll scan the QR code to pay. Now, it is very important to note that when they do this, they cannot open it up on their phone and then just do it on their phone. They will have to open it up on one device. So open up their invoice and the QR code and then scan it with their phone. They can't just do the screenshot on their phone because it's going to show an error that it doesn't work and it won't accept it. The next thing that you're going to want to do is change the payment due date. If your student is doing classes, say they do their trial today on Saturday, and they say, okay, I want every Saturday to have a class. You don't want to wait 30 days for the payment to be due because you want them to pay before that first class. So you're going to change this. If this is Friday or Saturday and they're going to be taking a class next Saturday, I'll probably do 5 days after invoice is sent, just so that you have a little bit of time to collect it. And then down here, I come down to, you can do invoice memo and invoice footer, and I'm going to show you what they both look like. Okay, so now I might put in here like a memo that says Saturday, I can't write, Saturday at 10 p.m. Beijing time is going to be when his lessons are going to be. And you can see here that it shows right under here. Now, if I put it in the footer, that's going to show up right down here. So if you can play with this, you could do different things. So maybe in the invoice footer, you might want to remind them of your referral. Remember, refer your friends, whatever. You might have a referral program, or you might just say, thank you. You could do this however you want to, but I just wanted to show you those two things. The next thing you'll do is to create a test subscription. This is really good because you can see all of your subscriptions in here. Okay, these are all test subscriptions, so none of these are actual real subscriptions. But when you're out of test mode, you'll be able to see it. I'm not going to show you outside of test mode because I do not want you to see any of my actual customers' actual information. So then you can come over and you can go to transactions. And this is really nice because you will be able to see all of the transactions here. If something succeeded, it will show over here. If it failed, it would be here. But then you can also scroll down and you can see that Jillian at KoalaTeachers.com, the subscription was created, but I didn't try to pay it, right? Nobody tried to pay it yet. If it succeeded, it's going to look like that, and then it will show WeChat Pay. If it failed, it's going to say that it failed. I'm not going to get into troubleshooting that. There are different things that you can do, but I'm not going to show you troubleshooting. I don't think I can do it in test mode. I'm not sure. But most of the time, if it fails on WeChat Pay, it's because they tried to do the whole thing from their phone. That's the only time I've ever seen it fail. And then what's really nice is you don't have to remember to manually send out the invoices. You can just go and look and see, make it a habit to come and look and see, oh, okay, this subscription was created, and I know that they need to pay before their next class because the subscription has been created. So then you just kind of come in and double check to see if it was paid or not, and just remind them, hey, just so you know, I sent out the invoice again. But this way you don't have to remember to send out an invoice and actually go in there every single time and do it. It's automatically going to send out to your customers. That is the full tutorial of how to use Stripe recurring transactions. It is so easy, and it's going to take off so much of your admin time, especially when you start getting a ton of students and they all have, like, maybe one student's doing weekly, another's doing 2 weeks, one's doing monthly, one's getting a 6-month package. Maybe you have different rates that you've worked out with different clients, or maybe they've got different things that they're doing. It's so much easier to just have it all right here, where you don't have to worry about whether or not you sent out the invoice on time, and all you got to do is check your transactions and see. You can check your transactions, check your subscriptions. It's going to show you everything that you need to see right there. If you go and you click on it, it will show you when the payment started, and then if you come down here, it's going to show you where you're at too. If it fails, it's going to show you in here that it failed, but 9 times out of 10, probably more than that, if it's a WeChat Pay, it failed because they were using their phone and not scanning it from another device. So that's all for that. If you have any questions, let me know, and let me know if you try it. It makes it so much easier. All right, bye guys.